Hey guys, if you're looking for help with your Amazon business in terms of troubleshooting or strategy, visit sellersessions.com/consultancy or drop me a message to danny@sellersessions.com. Hey guys, welcome back to Seller Sessions. I brought back again to the show a fresh face, Michael Hartman. He's been sunning up on holiday. I've been seeing his pictures on Facebook. So how are you, Michael? What's been going on?
Nothing much, man. I've been working hard since I got back from Thailand.
Yeah.
So after a 2-week vacation at the worst time of the year, I came right back into the swing of things.
Did you do any work while you were away? Like, were you a bit sneaky on the laptop?
Yeah, I was a lot of bit sneaky on the laptop. So I was trying, as soon as I leave, everything, problems always occur. So we have to fix the issues.
Yeah, cool. All right. So today, we're going to chat about a few different things. First thing is, people are seeing it more and more public now, but let's talk about the match types that are now appearing in auto campaigns.
Yeah, so there's 4 different types of match types. There's close match, loose match, substitutes, and complements.
Yeah.
And if you have an old auto campaign, I recommend starting a new auto campaign and killing the old one. You might have bad results in the beginning because it has to take the algorithm. But over the long run, from what I've seen, it's been about a month, is you'll actually see one of the match types take precedent. Like they'll have way better A cost, way better sales.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So do you want to just break down how that works? Because you said one of the match types take over. Are you setting up different campaigns with different match types or using all the match types in the same campaign? How does it work for people that don't know?
Okay. So if you don't know, if you just set up, you add your products, do an auto campaign and hit start. Yeah. And basically Amazon now tells you that the auto targeting is on 4 different types of match types. And so you have the close, the loose, the substitutes, and the complements. So you'll see what Amazon's algorithm is displaying for those different types of match types and the A cost and the sales across those 4. Yeah. One will always be off, and one will be pretty damn good. I mean, and then the other 2, from what I've seen across around 10 campaigns, they just don't even get impressions.
Gotcha.
So what you might want to do, like I said, this is still new, is if you have that situation, is pause the other 2 and just leave it so you're only running 2 of the match types. Yeah. So that way you can collect more data.
Makes sense. And what does the reporting side look like on this?
So you'll see the different type of match types in the reporting. So it'll say close match, loose match, substitutes, or complements.
Yeah, so it's just pretty much straightforward. So there's nothing unusual about it. Anyone can just plug and play with it. It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. I would say it's better than the old auto campaigns because you're seeing what kind of products they're showing them on. Yeah. And you can even look at, like the substitutes or the complements. Some of them are like other products that are frequently bought together. So then you can go ahead and take those and put them in PDA ads. Cool.
Excellent. So let's have a chat about PDAs. What have you been doing? Obviously, we're talking about product display ads that are now obviously in Seller Central, not the ones in AMS, which obviously same principle but in different locations. What kind of results are you having at the moment with those, with the introduction?
I've had some pretty positive results. You're not going to see huge sales volume. You'll see lower sales volume, not huge impressions. Even if you do your PDA ad on the bestseller, you just won't see giant impressions. Yeah. I've had, I would say, decent results. Like I'm happy with them. I'll continue to run them. The A cost is okay. And so I have a little bit of a methodology for choosing which ASINs or which competitors I want to attack.
Yeah. Do you want to, is that something that you can reveal? Go through?
Yeah. So I'm using Helium 10 like most of you guys. And so I'm going into black box and I'm looking for the main keywords. And then I'm trying to say, like, if I have a 4-star, I want to look at everyone who has between 0 and 3.5 stars on like a similar product, or that their price is like higher than mine. And I'll create this black box lookup, and then I'll download the CSV and I'll whittle through it because you'll always get some ASINs that just doesn't make sense. Like probiotics, for example, if I'm looking that up, then if I get probiotics for dogs and I'm not selling, pet probiotics, I'll remove that ASIN. And then I'll throw them all into a PDA ad for the products. And, we've been seeing anywhere between, on like a $20, $25 product, between 25 to 32% A cost, something like that over the past like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that plays out in the long term. What I've noticed though is that they're very freaking cheap. So a lot of people just aren't using them because they don't understand them. And so where a normal click will cost me $1-2, I'm getting it for like 10-20 cents.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a similar thing to you. I'm not using the black box, but what I end up doing is you take your product, and I try to explain to people is that you're breaking them into different verticals that's related to yours. So you take your product, then you go to page one and look at all of your competition, because ideally you're going to want your competition in there, whether it's different size bottles, etc., whatever you're selling. So with the ASIN grabber, you can grab, I think, about 115 ASINs. So very, very quickly, you can dump that into its own ad group, into its own campaign, and then just name it, main product, and give a relationship to that title. But then you can also go through to your competitors' storefront and look at related products, and then make a long list of all of those different products. So, if you're selling women's hair products, you might sell shampoo, conditioner, it might be brushes, it might be combs, it might be clips, and you can advertise on all of those. So go through, do that same thing, make a list of 10, 15, 20 different verticals for this campaign, set a high daily budget so there's no limitation. But like you, set the bids really, really low. So I'll start at, say, 11 pence a click. And slowly I'm looking based on impression share of how I would raise these up over a period of time. So yeah, they're not huge money makers, but to make that list, it's less than an hour's work to build out like extensive campaigns and then run those across multiple different verticals that are related to what you're doing.
I'll give you one little hack that I figured out, in the past few days that I'm testing right now, is if you go to performance notification, chargeback claims, Amazon still lists every product that was bought with your product during that chargeback dispute.
Right.
And so what you'll see is maybe something that doesn't always show frequently bought together, but it is actually frequently bought together. It's like a little bit of an insight. So I was checking this last week, and I noticed that under chargeback claims, I had 30, and out of 30, I had 5 that had a complementary product that I wasn't advertising at all on. It just didn't hit the radar. And I put that in, and in the first week, we had 9% ACoS. Not huge sales, but yeah. I mean, it was good. So it's another way to look at products that are selling with other products. I mean, depending on how much volume you're doing, you know, so you can look into that.
Makes total sense. Another interesting thing I've been working on, I've got a product, but what I found kind of weird is that this product particularly is higher ranked, yet there are some people that sell in double amount of units below me. So I've done an experiment where I've took the top 20 on the main keyword that we're ranking for there and taken a look, again, using Helium 10, doing a reverse lookup, and set it so that I wanted to find out, how many keywords are they ranking for? 2, how many were on a minimum threshold of impressions, which I set to 100. And then 3, how many keywords are they ranking for between 1 and 10? So I gave that to my VA guy to run the data on that. So to try and take a look at, because I've got a thing where we discussed this before. So the exact match thing works really well for, honing on that keyword, organically rank off that. And it can end up being a bit cheaper than using all the match types. Now, you've used all the match types, but one of the things I'm looking at is that I think by showing Amazon only one look on this single strategy of exact match with one keyword, it limits the bandwidth of other keywords I should appear in for. So when I'm looking at these other products, I'm looking at the timeline when they released, the amount of reviews, the review score, BSR, all these different factors, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'm not getting enough width in terms of longer tail organic keywords that are ranking, which will then help with the overall sales once you start backing off on the PPC, which I've done. So you will lose a bit of position because you lose a bit of velocity as well, but you've got to have that middle ground. If you're going after the main keyword, you still got to be able to make money on your product. You need to have a good ratio of PPC sales to organic sales and be very profitable on the organic sales, even if you're only breaking even on the PPC. Because I think the worst crime that people can make is to spend all the profits from their organic sales on PPC.
I always launch. I know you did the exact match, and I launched with exact fraud and phrase.
Yeah.
And so after the launch with that product, I had a lot of Amazon's choice on long tail keywords.
Yeah.
And so on long tails, I was ranked. So instead of just going after the main keyword, I was ranked, for a lot of other ones, which seemed to propel the short tail up.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, whenever I'm launching products, I'm always doing long tail because the long tail seem to help propel the main keyword or the platinum keyword, the short one.
Yes.
So I just in the past, I don't know, October 31st, we launched the new product line, and I went after just long tails, and it ranked for the short tail. I would say I have 3 products on the first page on the short one, just by going after long tail. Because if they convert on the long, they're automatically going to test them on the short. Yeah. I'm still in the honeymoon phase. So in like 3 or 6 months, I could give you, better information.
Yeah, makes total sense. Cool. We covered quite a lot of ground here. So is there anything you want to cover before we go?
No, I just wish everybody happy sales during Christmas, man.
Sounds
so
good.
It's the time to make money.
Yeah, indeed. What's the best way to reach you?
They can contact me at Michael@Innoventic, INNOBENTIC.com.
Cool. And are you taking on any clients at the moment?
I will take on 1 or 2 new clients in January. Right now, not taking on any.
Yeah, it's too crazy for Q4.
Yeah.
Cool. Michael, thank you for joining us. Guys, thank you for joining us. If this is your first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.